Today on Gaming with Rin, on our demo weekend, I decided to play something cozy called Strange Antiquities. I mean, look at the cat, right? You know me, I like mythology, and look at that cat. How can I say no to that cat? Anyway, let's see how this one goes. I played the other one, which was about sort of herbology, like you're collecting plants, and this seems to be their new game, which has more to do with artifacts than the occult, so we'll see how it goes. Strange Horticulture, I think was what the other game I played was called. And I liked it. It was kind of cute. Okay. As a thaumaturge apprentice, there is a lot to learn. Every object must be treated with care, and it is important to identify the harmful from the harmless, the potent from the mild. Oh come on, it's just a little it's a wood carving of this really, unimpressed looking guy. He's like a Bart Simpson type dude. Anyway, it was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement when Eli left the shop. Strange Antiquities in my hands. None of us knew that, by then, the pendulum was already swinging with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. The ravens were an omen, a circling unkindness, black wings and cheerless cries that seemed even then to signal the start of a rising dread. You know that happened to us after the forest fires in Canada? I had a flock of blackbirds. They weren't crows or ravens. They were called grackles. But they dropped in the yard behind our house, like a whole flock of them being displaced from the forest fires. So please, practice fire safety if you're going to be camping out there. It's the planet needs its oxygen supply. Trees are needed for oxygen. Anyway, kitty. Okay, I don't need more from a game, right? That's like stress relief right there. Alright. So what have I got here? Look at all this stuff. That looks like a torque. We got some medallions. I don't know what this thing is, but it floats. That's kind of cool. Maybe it's a magnet. You get a plant, an owl, some sort of stone. We got wood carvings. Ooh, this thing follows me. That's kind of cool. His eye is following me around. Some more pendants. Alright, so I'm supposed to hit this. And there's also this thing here, but I'm sure it'll tell me more. Eli White. I have been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Ravenglass and must leave at once. I am leaving the shop in your care with some reluctance, I might add. I've got an administrator here to keep me safe. Make use of my reference materials. Here, take this. Okay. There is an index in the back which may be useful to you. If in doubt, study it carefully, and remember there are some powerful artifacts here. Under no circumstances should you seek entry to any locked doors, drawers, or cupboards. In fact, safest not to touch anything else. I'm touching your cat. Your cat is going to be touched a lot. I should be back in 2 days. Okay, let me look at this. Strange Artifacts, a guide to occult objects. TS Hill. Okay, so we have a bunch of different things. Okay, it'll tell me what the types of things are. Okay. Ooh, this will get complicated. Alright, we'll leave that for a sec. I'm sure I'll need to refer to that. What's this thing? Okay, what's this? The thaumaturge. Eli White. Eli is a thaumaturge, a collector and curator of powerful objects. Objects that to the untrained eye may appear dull in lifeless, but that in the right hands and armed with the right knowledge can be a gateway to so much more. For Eli, the quest to unearth and understand each new object has been the driving force of his adult life. As owner of Strange Antiquities, Eli is a stern master. He knows firsthand what can happen if the right precautions are not taken. He doesn't tend to show much emotion, but he does have a more tender side, a side that is mostly reserved for the store's cat, Jupiter. So, I guess that's what he's And, oh, okay, so we have some log of what he last said. Devourer of souls. Yeah, he's got my soul. I am your willing master and slave. 5 seconds. You know. Anyway, Jupiter is the thaumaturge's cat, or more accurately, Eli is Jupiter's thaumaturge. Jupiter found strange antiquities, perhaps drawn to the curiosities within, and made it his home. Eli was more than happy to accommodate him, but he already learned early on that Jupiter was his own master. Of course, he's the cat, right? His business is his own, but it largely consists of regular naps, terrorizing rodents, and midnight explorations of Undermere and beyond. What he does on his excursions is a mystery, but he seems to be well known amongst the town's residents. Anyway. So I hit this. What's this? Oh, archives, okay. Anything else interesting here? We've got like a bar here for the day. On Thursday, on day 1. I can't touch any of these secret drawers. It's locked. What's this? Oh, there's more shelf here. Okay. So there's more shelf on the sides. Oh, there's the lock stuff. There's more of these things. Oh, well, okay. King Thomas Pope. Congratulations. Today is the day, okay, the day you meet the great Thomas Pope. Way to start, that's me. I'm a man of 2 loves, fresh mountain air and a little white dog called Hamish. I don't mind little white dogs, they're cute. Reserve some room for laughter among friends and shops with cats in them. If you'd be so kind, I'm looking for a replacement for my hunter's boon. Okay. Use. So, if I want to go like this, I need to find a hunter's boon. Okay. So, hunter's boon is a primitive item. They grant the power of the predator, enhancing perception and agility. They are made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predators being the most prized. They are simple items without embellishment. So something from an animal. So like this thing? So yellowy brown, it's yellow and white. Smooth or hard ridges. Anything to remark. Gives me a sensation of power. Okay, so it's from an animal, right? It looks like some sort of tooth. What else we got? I think that's the only thing we have that looks like it's naturally from an animal. Like this added a stone. Doesn't give off any feelings. There's that cheap metal as pewter there. Like that's the only thing I think looks like it was taken from an animal directly. The rest of these look crafted. Alright. I'm gonna go with this. Let's see if I get it right. Yep, I got it right. Okay, so this is a tiger's tooth, a trophy from a predator. On closer inspection, it gives a sensation of power. Ossic ring. These somewhat macabre objects were originally made as offerings to the goddess Fortune, but the practice fell out of favor as the belief waned. They are hard to come across now, but they are occasionally sought out for their ability to keep vermin at bay. Some say they can hear Fortune's unearthly hiss when they hold it up to their ear. Okay, so I got new knowledge. So you can add labels to items while inspecting them using whatever. So if I want, I could spend time, I guess, going through and trying to identify all this stuff. Horn shackles are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. In use, the horns are rubbed between one's fingers, causing them to become horn smooth. They can be worn as pendants, but are commonly totems. So, is that like... this thing? Bronze. Ridge smooth. Enter mark. I have a strong feeling of being watched. Alright, well, I think I will not identify anything for now until I need to. Oh, except where's my labels? Can I add? It said I could add a label. Here. Hunter's Boon. So we'll label them as we identify them. Maybe that makes sense, right? Jack Hungerford. The nights are drawing in again. Dark shadows hide dark deeds, or so my father used to say. Seems like the shadows have grown darker since he passed 2 winters gone. A creeping dark has set up in my house. I'm told a shadow hold will draw it out. Okay, he wants a shadow hold. What's a shadow hold? Okay, shadow hold or a shadic vessel is a container of some kind, sometimes a jar or bottle or box. It contains a spirit, the manifestation known as creeping dark, pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound. They are decorated with an elaborate design called a shadow catcher, so something like that. Okay, so some sort of vessel with a circular symbol on it, like this. Clay, carbs, pungents. Is that it? Let me just look at that symbol again. So it's got like the square with loops on the sides. Yeah, it has a square with loops on the sides. So, okay, I'm gonna go with this. Shadow hold. Yay! It's a container and the design is the same as the sketch. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. Okay. So he taught me Sunbond. The Sunbond is small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly and made of some non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and the light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the darkest gloom. Okay, so this... Oops. Shadow hold. Shadow hold. Cool. Next. David Schaefer. What's with all these ravens flying about Undermere today? I can't remember ever seeing anything like it. Not a good day to be the sort who believes in dark omens. A letter for you. Okay. Thanks, Mr. Postman. We discovered some papers in a hidden desk drawer in the boatyard last night. Mr. Jones almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. The man does like to burn things. They look old. Maybe there's nothing of much use here, but I thought of you when I came across an entry on the shin. Charles Weathers. Well, Charlie Weathers. Okay. They're just like this down here. Put in dark archives? Okay. Ding. Julia Braddock. Ah, Jupiter, we meet again. Our paths crossed late last night on Princess Street. We shared a moment before he slunk off into the dark on important business, no doubt. I wonder if you can help me. I'm visiting my grandmother later and want to bring her something. She lives all alone on the edge of town, out on Clanbrook Road, and I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. I thought maybe a moon heart would bring her some comfort. Okay. Moon heart. Oh. Moon heart. Moonheart. I gotta go search the whole book for something with reference to it, because it's not listed under that. Moonheart. Good bunny. Heart. Heart chamber. Heart chambers are based on this mystical object that they have morphed over time. The loved one close to their heart after death. Okay, so there's a heart chamber. Moonheart. Aha! A Selenic totem. Okay, Selene being the moon goddess, right, yes. These carved totems, more commonly known as moonhearts, could be imbued with sentiment or feeling, such as love or joy, and they held tightly to recall the same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both the Selenic and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will have either a connection to the moon or night. Okay, so we have to look for something that has a moon shape and gives you a sentiment or feeling of love or joy. Okay. This has a color. Pearlescent glass. Cool. Smooth. No, but no feelings. Something moonlight. That's the wrong color. This one has a moon on it. Wood though. Is this considered a moon shape? The engraving. No, what's this one? Gold, orange gemstone, black gemstone, pink. Cool to the touch. Nothing gives us a feeling of joy. He's got a moon on him. It's this one. He's got a moon. And he gives you a warm, loving emotion. Okay, so I think I'll go with him. Okay, Selenic totem. It's a carved totem. It's associated with the night, and it bears a concealed crescent shape. Selenic totem. So she taught me about evocants. Stone items weigh the same as a man's heart, according to popular myth. The truth is a little less dramatic, but the weight of these items nevertheless important, and should not stray more than a hair from precisely 1 pound. They are placed in the chest of those in a coma to draw them out. Okay, so we're gonna go... Come on. Selenic totem. Okay. Ding. Who's next? Edmund Bishop. Behavior of these ravens is disturbing to say the least. As a rule, they only come together to feed. Ravens are omnivores, carrion eaters mostly, but they'll take anything they can get their talons into. And they'll kill if necessary. I didn't plan on dropping in today, but there's something happening up there. I'd like to know what. A voice of Cernus. Or Cernunnos? Carinus? I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that, even though that is a Celtic god. Anyway. Okay. So this one. Knows the eyes of the forest, whose ancient artifacts enable one to enter the minds of lesser creatures. It is alleged that Cernus himself wielded an eye. Eye of Cernus are hard to come by. They are powerful and should not be used carelessly. Can I use it on the cat? This one looks like an eye. Can I use this on the cat? No? Eyes of the forest. I don't like how this makes me feel. Why does it not let me pick it up? Bronze. There's detailing. Nothing to remark. No feelings. How about this one? Orange gemstone wood. Polish. Sounds are muffled in its presence. Sounds are muffled, so stuff gets quieter. It has an energy about it. It's not rust, it's blood. Oh, great. So, if it lets me listen to animals... The only thing, this muffles sounds. Would it like is that's literally my only clue? I don't have the key. It's hard to come by. Would it be in the dangerous items? What's this one? Every sound is... Okay, so this helps you hear better. So, based on the image of Cernus, he wants a voice of Cernus, though. That's just so bland. Come on. Not letting me touch it. My heart feels lighter. Okay, so he wants a voice of Cernus, which is that this one? It's the only thing that I have close. Like, okay, so this one seems a bit more tricky. A voice put me at ease. So I can give him this, so it'll put him at ease. But what is it? It's not what he's looking for exactly. So it's a libula? Libula? The libula has a triangle with a circle and a sun symbol. So this guy will protect him from danger. I think I should just go with directly what he... Oh, here we go. The voice of Serenas. Any bronze torque that has certain imbued properties. With skill, such an item can be used to read the patterns of nature that are otherwise hidden to us. Serenos is a pagan god of the forest of nature, typically depicted as a man with the antlers holding a claw. See? I got this without the book. I thought the imagery meant, like, he was his own master. Because in Middle Eastern mythology, the one wearing the necklace was the slave and the one holding the bracelet was the master, or was it vice versa? So he had both the bracelet and the necklace. And you still see that in some African cultures with, you know, marriage torques or marriage necklaces. Anyway, fine. You want it? I'll give it to you. Voice of Serenos. Okay, Spirit Eye. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into the world that should not be seen, others that deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not clear exactly what they do show, another layer beneath the visible world perhaps, a layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. Okay, I gotta... Voice of... Alright. That is the end of day 1. We did a good job, Jupiter. Yeah. We're done. Love that girl. Okay. And we have all these people we now know. Okay, we met the ornithologist. He's the only one that's important to our plot. Edmund Bishop was the 14th Lord of Bleaton Castle, is a man of wealth and privilege like the 13 before him. He is a man who would be easy to despise as his father was, but he is well loved by those who know him. Now retired, he was a professor of ancient languages at the University of Cumbria, but his real passion is birds. His students learn to divert particularly dense lectures on Latin declension by asking about local owl species or by quizzing the professor on increasingly exotic bird calls. Edmund was only too happy to oblige, spending hours recounting stories of his adventures in Africa and New Zealand. Alright. See those birds. He's the bird guy. Okay. The black mare thundered through icy rain, shining wet in the silver moonlight. Her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold, and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach Back Barrow. Dang. Am I supposed to click the dot? Alright. Oh. Where's Back Barrow? Am I supposed to follow the dotted line? Wow, this is a windy way around, isn't it? Are we drawing something here? escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building we came to. Uh-huh. What? Okay, so... Oh, okay. So it lets me more easily navigate this stuff. So what does this do? It looks like a map suggestion. So north is this way. West is this way. Northwest is this one. I don't know. What am I supposed to do, man? Oh. I guess that's for later. An escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. Verona Green. Ah, well, that's just perfect. Undermere fizzling with fear over these ravens as the thaumaturge has left his apprentice in charge. Sorry, my dear, that was rude. Pay no attention to me. I'm an old lady who got out of the wrong side of the bed. These ravens have gotten under my skin is all. Please do let Eli know that I was looking for him next time you see him, and pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of Hermetic Symbology. I get a book. Thank you, lady. Boom. So there are 3 branches of thaumaturgy. Each of these split into 2 disciplines represented by the following symbols. So celestial, diurnal, individual. Okay, so these are different feelings, movements, elements, materials. Different types of metals, seasons, weather, Wicca. Okay. Symbology 101. She's also important. She's the occult scholar. Verona Green has been a constant in Undermere for as long as the streets have had cobblestones and the churches have had bell towers. She is respected and feared, which she revels in, and she is revered and admired, which she tolerates. Her knowledge of the occult world is second to none, and her expertise has steered the citizens of Undermere away from the catastrophe on more than one occasion. The near misses of the Selenic Flame and the Woken Dendru are 2 such events that spring to mind. She is of the opinion that no problem is so great, no obstacle is insurmountable that can't be diminished by a properly brewed pot of tea. Alright. Next. Tess Sherwood. I feel paralyzed. I have no job, no partner, no friends, no prospects. Ha! I know how you feel, lady. I heard a horn shackle might be the answer. Alright, I think I remember seeing that. That was the first one, right? To bring change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. And so it has horns, and it's something that can be worn as a pendant. So they're probably a totem of some sort. So... horns. It's like a pendant. No feelings. It's supposed to give me feelings. So the horns are supposed to be smooth. No, that's not smooth. You're rigid, you're not smooth. Okay, so the wood totem, it's got smooth horns. I think that's all we got that has smooth horns. What is that? Pointy. Yeah, I guess that's all we got. Alright, we'll give you the little goat guy. Horn shackle. It has horns and they have been worn smooth. A massager can be used to prevent the spread of disease and pestilence. Among other oddities, flames burn pale blue in their presence. Interesting. So far we're getting everything right. We're not doing too badly. Next. Oh, we got another male guy. At least the weather is looking a little bit better out there today. What you got for me, man? Good day. You might be interested to hear that my plow returned a strange-looking object yesterday. Come to the farm and it's yours for the right price, of course. Kind regards, John Royston. How do I do that? Do I have like a... Do I have a map? No, back. Is there like a... Can I get to the map? How do I get to the map? I do not know how to get to the map. Okay. So, someone in the northwest. How do I get to the map? I don't see any way to get to the map yet. Oh, what's this? I don't know what that is. I don't have whatever this is. So... Ah, okay. Okay, so that changes the symbol. Okay, that's where I get the weights. Is there anything else I can mess with? No, I don't think we have anything like that. Reminder, sort a couple of items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door. On thematic fields. All thematic objects produce a field of some sort. Though invisible to the naked eye, it can be preserved by placing an object over a thematic lens. A diurnic field pattern. These fields were not fully understood despite attempts to study them over the years. So do I put these in the... So I got this, whatever this is. I also hit that symbol. Aha, what's that? Now I can go to the map. Ah, we found the... Okay. So, we've got a clue here to go to the northwest. And where are we now? Strange horticulture is 2. There's something in the basement of the guy next door. Okay, hold on. And then one of these. Somewhat painful. Darkness to hold as it holds untold fears. Okay, so that's the serpent thing. Hold on. I'll push this up here. Okay. So now to get to the map, I have 2 choices. We can get the prisoner to the northwest. He hid me in Escaped prisoner ran to the northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. So, what was the context or the source of this? There's the Greywick farm to the northwest of me. And there's also the neighbor. So, is the source me? The origin of that clue? Or is the origin of the clue a prison? The jail. Alright, we're gonna try this one. We did it. The dilapidated warehouse is dark and imposing, and the struggling flame of my lantern does little to pierce its depths. I slowly search through its contents with a sense of despair, wondering if I'm even in the right place at all, when suddenly and unexpectedly I uncover something of value. More relieved than elated, I take the trinket back to the shop for further study and a warm drink. Alright, we got whatever the hell that thing is. Just gonna throw it there for now. Can I also do the neighbor's house? This was a mistake. Oh no, I can't do that so often. I thought that was in my archives though. I stored a couple items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door. VW. The wine merchant next door. Who's the wine merchant? Is it this one? There's nobody there. I thought it was across the street. That's a boatyard. Oh no. No. Okay, I'll try this guy and then I'll be done. Okay. The scent of damp hay lingers in the air as crows pick up the muddy ground between weathered stone barns. Farmer lifts his gaze briefly, offering little more than a nod before turning back to his work. I don't think I'll find anything useful here. Alright. Well, I don't know where that is then. So we're here. Oh, sorry, that's strange horticulture. Fuck's sake. Strange Antiquities. I got stuck. So let's see this guy or this guy. There we go. Proprietor Mrs. Cranmore begrudgingly grants me access to the cellar when I explain to me I'm from Strange Antiquities next door. Yes, take the lot of them out of here, would you? Can't say no to Eli after all he's done for me. But I don't like the thought of those unnaturals in my cellar. Ah, I got some stuff. What is this stuff? Alright. So those are the only clues I've had. So should I sort it nicer? Should I put like totems, pendants? 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 We got like totem-y things, wood totems, stone things, scary looking things. These things all look hands. Stones. Animal totems. These are metal. These are bottles. That kind of looks like a stone. I'll let it sit in its own space. Whatever. So the metal. I only have 2 things that are metal. Well, 3 things. Okay. Cool. I sorted stuff. Ding. Stanley Hume. I want an Ossic ring. Ossic. That's a pleasing word to hold on the tongue. Ossic ring? He's a sneaky dude. Portions unearthly hiss when they held up a ring. Okay. I think I saw it in this one, right? No. There's something I picked up from below. This way. Classic ring. Eerie creations are worn by creatures. Okay, so Holden Grim. Second is asked, blah, 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 path the warrior to help the dead find their way. Okay. Yeah. So he took my Ossic ring? Was I not? Oh, put it back down there. Come on. Done? I'm sorry, Kitty. I woke you up. A friend of mine, or former friend I should say, has been stealing jewelry from me. 3 necklaces have gone missing over the past few weeks, including one that was a gift from my late grandmother. Do you have a suitable pendant that I could leave lying out for her to teach her a lesson and make sure it'll never happen again? So I can either give her a binding seed or a Zaya. Zaya. Okay, fear and paranoia. Or a binding seed. Maybe I should do this on feelings of guilt and shame. So made of 2 materials. Mentic and what's Mentic? Okay. And the Lixic. The mind. Okay, so 2 distinct materials representing the Mentic and the Lixic, the mind and the body. The winding path, the mind, is described by spiral, encompassing the body, the seed. So something wrapped around, a spiral wrapped around the seed. So this. Okay. Okay. That is the binding seed. Wood and stone and features a spiral around the seed. Okay, got a new clue. We learned some ore. Okay. They found a man just now in that house where all them ravens were. I wish I hadn't seen it, but I did. He was sheet white, but it was his eyes that are going to give me nightmares. All black they were. It was like he weren't there anymore. I don't need to wait around for another sign. I'm taking my family to Sedberg, and I'll be taking a libula to see us safely through. Okay. Libula? Reassurance. Okay, I think that's the pendant. That was this guy. Was it that guy? An imbuement of wisdom shows that the libula is not decorative. Imbuement of wisdom. Hold on, something. Wisdom? So... this thing. That's the shape, right? Wisdom? An imbuement of wisdom? That's the only thing that has that shape on it. So is it the thing that makes my heart feel lighter? Or is it the thing that's... Okay, I'll try this. Okay. The item bears a symbol of wisdom. Witch's fingers are said to be the severed digits of the witch under mirror. Capable of inflicting pain, the goal is purification of the body, a most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. Okay, so... manipula? Witch's finger? High Green Church, home of the witch. Am I supposed to visit High Green Church? Is that what you're telling me? Or? The church is old and the roof is in need of repairs. Moss and lichen add splashes of color to otherwise gray exterior. I wander around the back of the church where an old yew tree stands, its gnarled branches scratched gently against faded gravestones in the breeze. Pastor strays into my moment of quiet reflection and imparts some local lore. The tree is known as the Witch of High Green Church, and there are those that believe it to have natural powers. The tree lives, the witch's fingers cut from its limbs are alleged to provide healing through pain. Okay, so witch's fingers are a tree. It's the tree itself. Okay. Is there anything else that pointed to a place I should investigate? No, guess not. Alright. End of the day. Alright, thanks for playing the Strange Antiquities demo. There's a lot more to uncover in the full version of the game, more gameplay elements to discover that we won't spoil for you here, more secrets to unearth, and a sinister plot involving ancient deities, dark articles, and a meddlesome priest that will lead to one of several unique endings. Alright, so as you can see, the game's about identifying objects So Strange Horticulture was about identifying plants, and you have some choices that help push the story along. And you can explore the environment to find other plants and push forward the story. Um, this just looks like it's very similar, except instead of plants, you're dealing with artifacts. We did pretty good. We got the identifications right. I wonder if it's easier than Strange Horticulture was. That's my only feeling. I mean, otherwise it gives me the same feelings. It's interesting. Um, and I did enjoy the first one, so I'll consider picking this one up in the future. So that is it for today's demo. Until next time.